Sam's Signature YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to go over some of the issues that most beginners have when first opening the Loklik IdeaStudio. This is Loklik IdeaStudio version 3.0.0. This is the latest version. We just received this update last week, so things may look a little different if you haven't been on the Loklik IdeaStudio in a while. And there's been so many questions coming in to the community that I thought it would be best to go ahead and just create a video to go through everything. So here we have our home page. This is your workspace. You have your recent projects right here. And then of course you can click more to go see your whole library of projects. Okay, you can start a new folder here or add a new folder here. You can go open your projects from here. You can see your AI collection, I think. These are your favorites. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I've done AI. These are some designs I've generated using the Loklik IdeaStudio AI image generator. It does an actual pretty good job. These are from the early version, which I do like these pit bulls. They're cute. And we did a really good job. I like these pit bulls with glasses. But now we have even more options for doing AI generation. So anyways, we have now, here we have our favorites, and then we have our trash bin, which have files older than 30 days will be automatically deleted. So once the 30 days hit, these will go away. Okay, now back to the workspace. Now we have the For You page. These are projects that are catered to you. The things, I guess, that you like to make, they're right here. You can click more, and this is going to take you to the images library. You can click projects to see people from the community's projects. There it is. And then I just click discover, so it's going to go over there. And now we're in the discover area. That's okay. My device disconnected. It's fine. I connected it a long time ago. It's just now disconnecting. Okay, so here's the discover page. You can check into the community from here. You can see what's going on in the community. This is mine. I made this jar. And this was a great event. There's always events for you to enter so you can win. So if you're new here, we always welcome you to join us in our creation events. You can share your projects. There are some rules though. You need to use Loklik IdeaStudio assets to either make your projects, or you can design your own original project, but you have to be using the Loklik IdeaStudio assets and fonts, just to avoid any copyright issues. More events. There are plenty of opportunities to win. I've won gift cards, $40, $50, $100 gift cards. You can win actual machines. We just had someone win the Loklik iEngrave machine for this event. You'll have a chance to join our hands-on reviewer program, to where you can receive a machine. You have to apply to become a reviewer, and if you are accepted, you will receive the machine, and you can do a review, a 3-part review in 3 weeks, and you get to keep the machine, which I was lucky enough to be chosen for the H10 heat press hands-on reviewer and was able to do that. And you can see that video. You can also join us in the $100,000 fund pool. We've surpassed our goal of 700 projects added to the library, and now our next goal is 1,100. Each time we complete a goal, someone wins a prize. And then eventually we're going to get a share of the $100,000 fund pool. Okay, you can see what's new here. The latest library additions. You can see what's popular here. You can select these change. At Halloween, we had a Halloween folder here, category. And I'm sure for Valentine's Day, it'll change to Valentine's Day. Okay, now that we've gone through all of this, here you can go straight to shopping at the HTV Raunch store, or you can click here to open a browser tab and come on over to the community. And if you have any questions, any issues, you want to share some tips and tricks, feel free to come on over there, start a new topic in that particular category. If it's a machine question, a software question, whatever, just choose the specific machine you have a question about. Create a topic and ask away. There will be plenty of people who are happy and willing to help you with whatever issue you're having, whatever question you need answered. It's a very friendly community and you're always welcome. There are no silly questions. You will not be judged because we've all been there. We've all been beginners who open up this software and are like, what in the world have I gotten myself into? What is all of this? So we all understand exactly what you're going through. And that's why I've decided to make this video, especially since we have a new everything. Everything's new. So here we go. These are your canvases here. I already have 2 canvases open. This one is a clear canvas. So I'm going to be working with this one. This is a project that is saved in my library that I will be working on, except for this is not going to be there. Okay. So, first off, I don't know why this is even here because it's been disabled apparently. You can find all of these in the shape, well, except for this one. For some reason, it's not in the shapes selection. But maybe they'll get rid of this. I don't know what the pattern does anymore. It used to do something, but it no longer does anything with this new update. Okay, so I finally had an epiphany and realized that for pattern to work, you just choose the shape and then you click and drag. Yes, that's how the patterns work. And they all work. Okay. Let's say this line is better to use than the actual shapes lines, because let me show you why. When you click shape, and you go to view all, and then you click, this is the scoring line, scoring layer line. So when you click that, it puts this like this instead of straight up and down. So you have to rotate it to how you want it. And sometimes it can be difficult to make it perfectly straight, which is important if you're going to make a scoring layer. You want it to be perfectly straight. But I'm assuming this is also a scoring layer. At least I hope it is. but I'm not sure. Is that straight up and down? Is 315 considered straight up and down? I think so. It looks like it. Yeah, that's pretty straight. But that is how you use the pattern tools. You click and drag. Okay, and then if you want to delete everything, highlight it all, click delete or backspace. Or if you're on your mobile version, you can put your finger on the screen and click and drag. I'm doing that with my touch screen right now. That's how it would work on the mobile. So there you go. So let's talk about shapes. With the shapes, well, you can create stuff. I use shapes. I use this to create card bases or whatever. I created a house. I have a cozy cabin house that I created out of cardstock. We have the text here. You have your, oh, if you notice, if you don't have your text selected, you don't have the text options over here. So as long as you have your text selected, you will have your font selection. And here are the fonts that are Lokliks, which if you're going to enter the projects and enter your projects to any of our events, these will be the fonts that you'll need to use. Unless the event specifically states that it's a free event with no rules, then have at it. Create whatever you want using your own system fonts or whatever. Just have fun with it. And then here are the system fonts. System fonts you can download from websites like fontspace.com, 1001fonts.com, thefonts.com. You can Google free fonts and it'll pop up websites. And then you can filter by commercial free or personal use. I always choose the commercial free. That way I can use the fonts on products that I want to sell. And then once you download them, they will be in a zipped folder. You can go to your downloads in your file folder and then click on the zipped folder, look for the font name, and it'll say in the type, it'll say open type or true type. If you have both, I suggest choosing the open type because that is the highest quality font. But if all you have is true type, it works just as well. You just double click the font, open it, it will pop up a window and show you a preview of what the font looks like in all the sizes. And then it will have up in the left hand corner, it'll have print and then install. You just click install, it'll install the font really quick, and then you go on to the next font, do the same, and do that until you have all of your fonts installed. And if you have your IdeaStudio application open while doing so, you will need to close out your application. Make sure you save whatever's on your canvas if you need it saved, of course. Close it out, restart the app, and then when you come back, your system fonts will be right here. Then, of course, you have your favorites, the fonts that you've starred over here in the favorites file. Okay, then you have your font size, you have letter spacing and line spacing. You can align it however you want here. You can adjust the size, you can go up and down like this as long as you have this unlocked. Now if you lock it, you'll only be able to make it small or large. You won't be able to change the height or anything like that. Like if it's unlocked, you can do this or this, but if it's locked, It stays at the style, but just changes the size. Okay, and then if you notice, you can make it go upside down, but going like that, which I just went all the way up. All right, the pen tool. The pen tool is an advanced tool, okay? You can click this to make that go away. So the pen tool, if you, hold on, to create a straight line, you click one time. Oh, click the pen tool. Click once. Then you just go like this to create a straight line. Then you can close it by going to your first square, or maybe you can close it click, 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 click. No, you gotta go back to the first. There you go. Hey, I kind of made a house like that. I just need to finish finish the house. Then you can click the edit point, and this will allow you to change your shape. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Now to make curves, well, I'll do this. Let's go point, point, and then to make a curve, you click and drag. You hold it. Ugh, I accidentally clicked. Let's try this again. I double clicked again. We don't want that. We don't want it. Okay, so we're going to click and drag and then release. And this makes the curves. Like I said, it's a highly advanced tool. You really got to play around with it and practice. You can just make some weird shape and then go back and try to rearrange it to draw whatever it was you were trying to draw. As you can see, the curved ones have these little arms that come out, whereas the straight ones just have the nodes. So that's the pen tool. Which is for advanced users, those who have practiced quite a bit. I've practiced a little bit. I'm learning a little more about it. So maybe in the future, I'll have a more extensive video about the pen tool. Okay, here we do the uploads. So let's go ahead and I'm going to upload a photo, and then we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you how to do the clipping mask. So I'm going to pick a painting that I've done. This was a watercolor painting. Okay, I'm going to change the size of this. Now, in order to use the clipping mask, you need either a shape element, which I'll go ahead and put a shape here. We'll add a shape to do, or text. So you'll need a shape or text for the clipping mask to work. Now, you'll need to pull out a PNG or JPG file image from your uploads. And then you will select, you will put the image that you want to imprint onto your shape or your text. You want to put that on top. So, see, I have the painting on top of my name. You're going to select both elements and you click the clipping mask. And there you go. then you can use this as make a sticker, a print and cut. Okay, and now I'm going to click undo a few times so I can get this back, and then do the same thing with the shape. Let's see, I want to curve it so that I can get the moon. Ah, well, let's make this bigger. Then it still doesn't matter. Does it? There we go. Well, I can click the shape and change it. Let's see, go that way. That works. Okay, now we need this to be behind this. So click just this so that it's highlighted. Click arrange, send to back. Okay. Then you're going to highlight them both. Click clipping mask. And there you go. And that's how you use the clipping mask. And you can rotate it however you want. You can adjust the size however you want. Okay. So that is the clipping mask, and you can release the mask just like that. And there you go. Okay, now let's use the combine tool. With the combine tool, you're going to need an SVG. This does not work on PNGs or JPGs because those are uneditable files and just can't be edited with the combine tool or Boolean operations. Okay, so we have this little shape here and my name. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to click align, center horizontally, and center vertically. And this will center in the shape. Okay, I have both elements highlighted here still. So I'm going to click combine. We can do two different options here. I'm going to start with subtract. Well, if I click unite, and I'll show you what it does. It does that. It unites it. It makes it all one. Okay, so we're going to highlight again, both, click combine, subtract. Oh, wait, what? Why did it do that? Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to change the color. Sometimes I've just changed the color. And what the? It's just that shape. See? Sometimes you just gotta change the color. Now let's see if we can do it with this. If I just change the color to black. So, see, there are some times when you just can't get something to work. You may just need to change the color. That's it. Just change the color and everything will be fine. You can use the tool just fine. Which in the last video, I did just fine using the gray. Bring to front. Just try it with this. Combine, subtract. Oh, see? Okay, undo. Let's change the color of the text. This shape just may not want to work. Okay, well, let's try this. Since I don't want to do that, now we'll try the slice. It's tilted. What? Okay, so this shape just must be stupid. It must not want to work. Will it work with this? Some of it. Okay, I'm just going to delete these shapes. And try again with the square. Let's see what that does. Maybe it's the font. Let's change the font. Well, didn't I already do that? Change it to this. Change the font. Change the color. Oh yeah, change the color of the square. I don't know why, but let's see if that works. No. Okay, let's remove this little slit from here. Maybe that's all I need to do, but I doubt it. Yeah. Once you do that, you can't change the font. So let's go back and I should be able to change the font now. Nope. Still can't change the font. Okay, well, let's try this again. Okay, so I'm gonna add some text. Did just fine. Okay, we can slice. This will leave your font there and also cut out the word from the box. Okay, now I'm going to add my name. And let's go add a different font. I'm going to pick a cursive font and show you. Okay, see you have these little cuts here. Now, if you leave it this way, your machine or your printer will either cut or print just like this. If you go to fill contour, whoa. Okay, well. I know what happened. Sometimes you just need to choose the contour, or yeah, the contour option, I guess, to see if your subtract worked. You might not be able to tell it in the fill, but if you use contour, you'll be able to see. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. So as you can see, this is where these are the lines that your machine's going to cut. So it will go into this letter here. So what you want to do is click combine and subtract crossover. And that's going to connect all of your letters seamlessly. There will be no cuts and you will see no white marks if you're printing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to fill, and I'm gonna try this again. I want to change this color to purple, and I'm going to arrange this, send it backwards. Okay, we'll center this, align, center, center. Okay, let's see what happens. Subtract. There we go. Look, it did just fine. So I think if you want to make sure that the combine tool cuts out every letter, you're going to have to subtract crossover before doing that, because let's see what happens if we make the I guess. Okay, let's put this down here. Let's add more text. Girl, spell your name right. choose a cursive font. Okay, I guess that's not good enough. Here we go again. Now let's see what happens if we try to do this. See, it only cut out part. But if you do this, subtract crossover, and then do it, boom, you got it. Okay, so now let's try to use the slice button. Oh, we gotta click off, and then there you go. Okay, now let's do, well, if you click unite, it's just gonna turn these both purple. United overlap, that's gonna turn the font purple. But I mean, you could just turn the font purple. Okay, subtract and overlap. There you go. Does the same thing as the subtract button, because, well, it's subtracting. Now see, if you go like this, oh, look what happens there. Look what happens there. So let's do this. Let's move this to over here. Let's make it a little smaller. Why don't we? We'll go like this. Okay. Subtract. Was it subtracted crossover? Yeah, that's what we did. Now let's see what it looks like. That doesn't look good because that's going over. Okay. Fill. Now, what was the other one? I guess it was, nope. Wait, see what that did. Well, what happened? We did this. I was trying to do something cool, but it didn't work out. Okay, let's do, okay, let's try it again. Subtract. But that's not what happened a while ago. This all changed to purple, right? So it just all depends on where you put the name. See? Why didn't it cut that way? Let's see what this looks like. And see, that's going to cut just like that. See, contour will always show you exactly where the cuts will be. Okay, let's go to the next function. I mean, we've done all that. Let's see what unite does, and then contour. See, I mean, it totally disappears. Okay, so I was just playing around, and I realized with the unite tool, you could do something like this, okay? I have this star here, and I'm putting this there. I'm going to align it, and then I'm going to click the combine unite, and then that's what that's good for. So, and then you can go back to the library, pick that shape again, and then put him right there, and then there you go. You can change the color of this to, let's go with red. That's what you can do with that. Or you can, let's see, put this shape back, add some text. We'll just, let me make this smaller. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate, well, no, we're not Yeah, that's fine. No, we're not. Not right now. I'm gonna make this bigger. Okay. Align, align. Now I'm going to duplicate this, which I could have duplicated the smiley face instead of, yeah. Okay, and now unite, and then arrange, bring to front. I mean, you could do that if you want. Noticed in the Loklik, you know, the L wasn't connected to the rest of the elements, so I was saying you could make a card or a cake topper or something by doing this. And see, I chose a cursive font and made sure that the S is overlapping the star. So now I can click duplicate, combine, and I've already subtracted the crossover. Now we're going to unite, and now you could make the gray part, that could be your cardstock, and then the black part, that can be your vinyl. So you just put that on top, and then you have a cake topper, which of course it would say happy birthday instead of Samantha, or you know, maybe you have a cool design you want to make a pretty star for your daughter or somebody, and then add vinyl, glitter vinyl on top or something. I think that would be cool. You could do that. Let's see if we add an offset, if that would look better. Yeah, probably add an offset. That'd be easier to press the vinyl onto. See? There are so many things. You just gotta play around and you'll eventually get it. I've been using this thing for 2 years and I'm just now coming to this realization. So there you go. Sorry, I forgot to mention I would use the offset now. Once you've done this red star and you've created the offset, you can get rid of the red star and then put your vinyl on top of the offset star. Okay, I'm going to use this banner and now I'm going to use the warp. Let's go this way. Or see what this looks like. Maybe let's apply. Let's go back to warp. There we go. That looks better. Apply. Combine, subtract. Okay, that looks good. Now see, that's fine if you want to just cut out a banner and just leave the name as negative space. But what if you want to layer your name over the vinyl? It can be dangerous sometimes to just put vinyl on top of vinyl, so what you'll want to do is, well, I guess you can't do that, huh? Why not? Why not? We could just slice a while ago. Is it because I used the warp tool? We're gonna find out. Oh. Yeah. So now you have your name and the vinyl, and you can just, or well, the banner. So you can cut out the banner and then cut out this and another color of vinyl, and then when you go to press it, you will layer this on top of this. But I mean, what if you want to make it like this though? Let's see if it's just the font. Sometimes it could be a simple thing as just being the font. Okay, so we have this little cut right here, so we'll want to combine, subtract, crossover. Okay, now let's warp this. Use our align tool. Oh, look at it. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. We just need that. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Can we select? Nope. It's all because we used the warp tool that now we can't use the slice tool. So I guess what you can do is copy, paste, and that will give you that. And then you can go here and subtract, and you have that. And then you can layer your vinyl on top of that. So that's the workaround for that. So we've learned one thing. Well, we learned several things. You can't use the subtract tool. If you have to subtract overlaps before you are able to subtract or slice or any of that. See, it's just all a matter of playing around. See, I've even learned some things today just by playing around, trying to show you how to use this software. So we'll flip it vertically, horizontally. That, yeah, it didn't change because it's the same. So let's put this over here. This one, flip horizontally, flip vertically. See, vertically, in this one you can't tell. Okay, so that's that tool. Now we're going to use the offset tool. I'm going to change the color of this text to blue. I'm going to add be happy. Okay, and let's see, we'll change our font to something cool. Well, I'm going to use a system font. Let's go with this. Okay, combine, subtract, crossover. Okay, now we're going to add an offset. Okay, you can change the color of the offset by going to layers and selecting the offset layer here. Select just it and go, and this is how we're going to print then cut. So I'm going to change the offset to white so that it doesn't print that, and that it'll just cut around the offset. Undo. We want to group this. Group it. Is it still? I don't think it did it right. Oh, see, that's probably why mine doesn't work right. Offset. We were at like 1.1. See, I'm just going so it clears out the center letters. Okay. Layers. change the color to white. Now I'm going to group them. Okay. Now I want to click array. Okay, this, if you notice, it added 2 columns and 2 rows. You can add 3 columns, and you can see here the offset. So let's add 10 rows. That's as high as you can get. But the spacing seems to be okay. Well, let's see. Do that. Okay, confirm. Okay, you don't want to just select one. You want to select it all. I don't know exactly how far it goes. Okay, I got it. And then I'm going to change the size. You can actually group this if you want, which is what I'm going to do for now at least. I want to show print border. Okay. This will allow you to place your stickers inside the print and cut border. Alright. Okay, let's see what it looks like when we click fill. Okay, so our cut lines should go right there. But I see it's going to cut in that E right there. I should have upped my contour a little more. Unless you are okay with that inside cut. I personally think that the Loklik IdeaStudio could benefit from having a flattening tool, which the flattening tool in most other cutting applications is what tells the cutting machine that this is one design. But I've never been able to print a perfect print and cut. Even doing it this way, my machine still cuts off. I don't know if it's just I got a bad machine and with a bad alignment, but I can't do it. This is the way you do it. So if you can do it, more power to you. Let me know if it works for you, because like I said, it's never worked for me. Wrong. Okay, so then you would click, well, you would have to highlight the whole thing. Click make. Connect your machine via Bluetooth or USB. No device available. Okay, well, that's a lie. Usually, if it does that, you just search again. You'll eventually find it. There it is. Sometimes it could just be your internet service is bad. Your connection is bad. I'm about to get a new internet provider, and I'm hoping that will solve a lot of my problems. Because the one I have now kind of cuts in and out, and I don't like it. So anyways, I'm going to click make, and then we will click print and cut. Then this is where you will click start printing, or you can change your material size to whatever it is. Which, I mean, I don't think it doesn't matter. These stay the same. So you would click print, start printing, and then your print dialog box will pop up, and you can set the parameters of that, which, you know, high quality or best quality, the type of paper you're using. Don't zoom, just leave, don't scale or whatever, just leave it at 100%. And then you'll print from the dialog box. And then once you're done, you'll click printed. You'll add it to task. And then you'll load your design onto your mat, load your machine, and then click the start button. When I get my iCraft machine, I will do a more extensive video on print and cut. Okay, now we're going to talk about layers. We're going to go into the library, And let's just let's add this guy. He's got different colors. Okay, so right now he's all grouped as one. Oh, no, he's not. Huh. Well, everything but his hair, I guess. That was weird. Huh. That was weird. What happened? I didn't group it. Okay, so like I said, right now he's all grouped together. So you have a yellow layer, a pink layer, a blue layer, a magenta layer, a darker blue, a teal, whatever color this is. And then you have this text layer. So let's say you don't want this text layer here. Click it. Then we're going to combine. Nope. We got to ungroup it first. Ungroup. Okay, now you see we have this black layer. Now we're going to go to combine. No, we're not. We're going to have to ungroup again. Ungroup. And then, okay, well, there we go. Now we can just delete this. Okay, put this back. If you want to add, let's say, the black layer, let's say we're going to make a card out of this, okay? And we're going to cut the black layer out of cardstock. So you could put each layer, put your cardstock up here on the mat, and then cut, and then put black HTV or yellow HTV up here on your mat. Then cut. Then you'll put this color HTV on your mat, then cut. Then of course remove that color from your mat, then add blue, the baby blue, and then so on and so forth. Or you can arrange the layers. Okay, so put these layers here, arrange them. Now see, like this layer right here, I'm not gonna waste that much vinyl. So what I would do is ungroup and then not do that. Let's move this so that I can then select these two and move them closer together. That way I'm not wasting vinyl. Now, if you want, you can do it that way. If you're quite all right with wasting vinyl, you don't want to manually put it like where it goes. Let's group these two. It goes here, so on your vinyl, if you don't want to do this, then I mean, I guess you don't have to. But me personally, I don't want to waste all that vinyl that's between here, because that is what 2 or 3 inches of vinyl that you could be using for letters or something in another design. So I will manually place those on the cardstock once I'm finished, but I will arrange the, no, try not to change the sizes though. I will arrange them as close as I can, and then I will take scissors and I will cut them out, cut them into 2 separate things, and then I will lay them on there and press that way. That way I'm not losing or wasting all that layer or vinyl that was in the middle of that. I'll put this here. Let's see, I can rotate this way. Put this here. Well, I'm gonna need to put this here I should have. Hold up. Let's just undo everything because I made him way too big. Well, why won't these go back? Put the tears back. What's wrong with you? Look at that. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do it this way. Put that back. And of course, these aren't grouped anymore. That's another thing with the Loklik. I don't understand. Sometimes the undo button does not undo to what you had, as you just saw. Okay, see, and that's a lot of vinyl right there. We're going to delete this. Delete. Okay. I'm going to make this smaller. Alright, now we're going to do this all over again. Put this on here. Then you have your squares. This is where you're going to put your, well, actually, we're going to select this. We're going to go to make. Now here are the red lines. We'll have to put them like this. Okay, and then we're going to select standard cut. And here, so this is going to be cardstock, right? Because it's cardstock. We're going to press this heat transfer vinyl on this black cardstock in this little scenario. So cardstock 230, HTV RONT. It is HTV RONT. It's good. The default settings is probably good. Oh, okay. So, wait, what? I didn't mean to do that. No, no. The cardstock we're not going to mirror because it's cardstock. This is the stuff we'll need to mirror. And here's where you'll be able to tell where you're going to put your stuff. Now, well, let's see. Let's see what happens because we do have to mirror this. Okay, now we're going to add to task. Then we're going to minimize this. We're going to uncheck this, and we're going to check this, 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 and this. Maybe different colors, but it's all the same material. This is not how I do mine. I actually do one color at a time, put it on the mat, remove it from the mat, put the next color on the mat, remove it from the mat. I've never once done it like this, but you can do it like this. I missed that. Okay, so hold up. Hold the phone. Okay, so we're going to mirror this and yeah. Okay, so now so okay. And add to task. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to throw this away because we're going to redo it. So we're going to uncheck all of these. And we're going to check the black one again and move it over to here. Okay. And now we can add it to task. Minimize, and now we need this blue group. Why is it doing that? Oh, because we have this on. We need to uncheck this. We'll choose HTV RONT, pure heat transfer vinyl, or let's just say it's glitter heat transfer vinyl. Sounds good. It's tears. Why can't it be glittery? Okay, now we've mirrored it and it has moved to over here. So here's where all we need to add our cardstock or our materials. You can put the cardstock on the same mat right here at the 4 by 6 mark. You can put your red HTV here, a square here. You can put the yellow here, this color here, this color here. Okay, so now we add a task, and then we have this. Now, you'll want to start, well actually, if you're going to put all of your materials on one mat, you can come down here and click start. And this will go straight from this task to 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 this task. If you're going to do one color at a time on your mat, then I suggest starting with the first task, because that it'll stop. If you start with the bottom list, it for some reason it keeps going. So if you're going to just put one material on your mat, start with task number 1. Then you can start it whenever you're ready. Do your cut. Remove your material from your mat. Load your mat with the next material. Do your cut. When it's finished, remove the mat. Remove your material. Add the next material to your mat. Load your machine. Click start. Same thing with this, and then this, and this. Okay? So that's how we do that. This video isn't about cutting or anything. I've done plenty of those videos, and I will be doing more of those videos. But this is just to show you what each function does. Oh yeah, you can also hide the layers here. You can hide this group, hide this group. Oh, but I needed that group. These are the groups I want to keep. I want to hide this, 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 and yeah, that's fine. Hide the tone. Show you if you just want to click one layer, but another layer is getting in your way, like this hair. I try to click on the face, but it selected the hair. Then you can go click on the face wherever it went. Where did it? Okay, here's the face. Click on this group, and then you can move just the face. AI paintings. So you have, well, you have 20 AI credits per day. I used 4 earlier when I tried to record this video, but it didn't record. So I'll go ahead and do another one. I don't really use my 20 credits a day. I don't use hardly any, but it's very good. Let's see. Let's go to all styles. You have all these different styles to choose from. Let's do this. This time I will choose 2 credits. And we're going to do bear wearing sunglasses with a retro sunset background. I'm actually highly impressed with their AI generator tool. The other, oh, that's what I was looking for in my other one. Okay, that's cool. Let me go ahead and delete all of this. The other cutter brand has an AI generator, but it's only in black, and you only have the one style. And I like now that you can click on this. I really like this. I'm impressed. since the new update, it seems like their AI generator tool has definitely enhanced. Now, let's see if, okay, this one you can't, I guess this is only for print and cut. So I will go into my zone, AI collection. Oh no, what happened? So the last ones I didn't save. Huh. Okay, well, dang. That's weird. Where do you go to find all of the ones? I used to could see every generation that I've made. Oh, vector. Yeah, the vectors. Let's try vivid block. Generate. Generate. Oh yeah, and you can change the size. Of course, you can change the size there too. This one's not as good as the other one that I did earlier. Alright, my other one was so much better. Okay, well, I'll add this. So when you do a vector AI image generator, you can now ungroup and take it apart. Now you have layers. So the vectors are good for cutting. These are good for printing cuts because, as you can see, you can't ungroup. It's just one whole layer itself. Let's see. Yeah, image. Okay. There we go. That is the AI generator. Okay, now I believe we have everything covered. So if you want to save these images, go ahead, click the save. I don't know. I'm just so sad that I lost those other bears. There should be a place to see them. Oh, yes, there it is. There it is. This is the bear I liked earlier. So I'm going to save this bear. Okay. See, we all learned something new today. For poops and giggles. Let's do a logo. See how well it's doing now. Oh, look at this. Oh, it says Pitkus. Pitkus. Oh, no. Pitkus. Brave Pitkus. Okay, well, that's fine because you can always just ungroup it, right? What's this one look like? Sealless. Okay, brave. And look at the sky. I mean, he's cute. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. Actually, I'm going to start a new canvas. And then I will add this Can we? Oh, we can't ungroup this. Okay, yeah. Wait. We can do a standard cut. Apply. Okay, now we'll ungroup it. Okay, we're gonna remove. Oh, see, I don't like that. That's important, right? That's important. Remove that. Okay, I want to get rid of this pitkus. No, there's that. Yeah, that's the problem with that. I mean, it's good if you. I would see. I thought I could just undo the pitkus. Pitkus. Move this back over here. Why don't you do that? See, the undo button doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And I just wanted to get rid of the pitkus. I mean, I guess I could just do that, right? Delete. What about this? That's not what I want. I want to delete. Okay. And put this back. Oh, there's that. Oh, I can combine and split. I forgot about the split. Delete. There we go. There we go. Now that looks better. Oh, no, we gotta do this. This layer right here. Split. And then we can delete this. Delete this. And there we go. That's what I want. And now we've shown you how to do this. No, I have shown you how to do the split tool. Alright, well, that's all I have for you today. I think I've covered everything. I know I said that like 3 or 4 times, but this time I mean it. That's it. I'm done. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you'll be notified of my next uploads. And if you have any questions or anything you would like to know that you would like to see me cover in a future video, leave those suggestions in the comments and I will make sure to cover that in my next video. You can also check out samssignature.com to see what all I have in store. I have some blog posts over there, some design tips. You can check out the products that I have that I've made. They're all handmade. Get some inspiration or whatever it is. Feel free to leave a comment over there as well. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Stay magical, makers.